It's I'm the notorious BIV, and this is my boy Polly G.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, it's the BIV and Polly G show. And and Paul and I just had like this huge discussion about trans people and rights and activism and everything else, and we didn't record it, so maybe we'll do that episode some other time. But so here's my question for you today. Well, here's what I want to. Let me present this to you, Paul. Okay. You know when a guy like loves him and leaves him, right? Like he just has sex with a chick and then he's out of there or whatever.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I propose to you that when a woman puts a man in the friend zone, that's like the female equivalent of that. What? What do you think?
Explain.
Okay, I will. So when a guy has sex and then bails or whatever, well, I mean, I guess it's like this. Like, what do men want out of relationships and what do women want out of a relationship, right? Men generally want like a physical relationship, and I mean, it's not, basically sex, but I mean, like, kissing and hugging and whatever, and sex ultimately, but so when a man like just has sex with a woman and then leaves, he's getting what he wants, but he doesn't have to like deal with the relationship. He doesn't have to like put in the work or whatever, right?
So when women tell a guy they just want to be friends, then that way they're getting what they want, which is just a relationship with somebody.
Right?
Interesting. So it's both about intimacy.
Yeah.
But men want sexual intimacy. And I think men want emotional intimacy as well.
Sure.
And I don't, maybe the difference is the physical relationship sometimes is more important for the guy and not as important for the girl, and vice versa, where the girl just wants a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
And maybe for them that's more important than the physical relationship.
Well, I mean, think about how you feel when a girl's like, "Oh, let's just be friends." Like, I feel kind of like, I feel like I imagine women feel on the other side of the, right? Like kind of used and kind of like, oh, so you just want me, you just want to, you just want to like use me, you just want me to be your friend, and like, I'm giving you whatever, but you're not willing to give me like that, anything in return, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Interesting. I guess I've been married for so long now that I have to like try hard to think about how I would feel in this situation or how other people feel in this situation.
Yeah, true. I mean, we've both been married for a while, but
right.
But that just like, I don't know why that occurred to me the other day. I guess I was like, I don't know. I probably just been watching relationship videos. I don't know what, but that just occurred to me. Like, like women. I mean, honestly, like there are times when my wife just wants to talk and whatever, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like seriously, like I don't want to hear this. No offense, right? Like, just not. I mean, most of the time it's fine, right? Like I love to hang out with my wife and whatever, but like there are times where it's just like, do we have to, like, oh my gosh, like she's talking to me and I'm tuning her out and I'm like thinking about something else or whatever, because like, right, because like, like dealing with the opposite sex, it's not easy all the time, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's not, and there are parts, there are things in the relationship that sometimes, you just rather like, I don't want to deal with that. And I think that's the guys that are like, oh, I just want to have sex with this chick and then I'm out of here. Like I don't want to deal with the other stuff.
Right. I mean, I'm assuming.
I'm not saying that's a good thing, but
Right. I'm sure that there are also women who just want to have a physical relationship with some guy and they don't want to have anything more meaningful than that too.
yeah,
But maybe it's just more often that it's the other way.
yeah. I
And I'm
think,
sure there are guys who have uh, friends that are of the opposite gender that they're not interested in, but they still want to be friends with them, right?
yeah,
So they're also putting them in the friend zone, assuming that let's say that there's a girl who wants to be more than just friends with me, but I don't see her that way. So I think it could go both ways.
true. Yeah,
But maybe it's just more stereotypically like, oh, this is girls put guys in the friend zone and guys just want to have a physical relationship and
yeah. I think so, generally.
yeah.
But I think the whole like sexual revolution or whatever, like I mean we weren't alive in the '60s, but like when that was all going on, I think a lot of women have been convinced that like, oh yeah, like having, you know, no strings attached sex is like the thing, right? I don't think that's naturally necessarily what a lot of them want though. I think it's more of a man thing. Like we've convinced women now. You know, I feel like the sexual revolution was men trying to convince women that, oh yeah, this is how it should be. We should totally, you know, and like women bought into it. Like I guess feminism, a lot of feminism is that, right? It's like accepts that as like, oh yeah, we should just hook up with men and, you know, not have any relationships with them or anything. But I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a fish out of water on this topic. I don't really.
You're not in the dating scene, Paul.
No.
And neither am I. But I do think about these things. I mean, I have friends that are dating that are like divorced now and back in the dating scene and whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so we discuss this kind of stuff from time to time, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I guess the people that I know, I mean, probably the people I know best aren't in this situation, so then I don't feel like I really understand it very well.
Yeah.
I think they're looking for marriage.
I just know, like, for myself, like, I hated, you know, when a girl was like, oh, let's just be friends, I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm never going to see you again, basically. like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not looking for a friend. You know what I mean?
I'm looking for a wife, right?
Yeah. I mean, that used to bug me. And I mean, it's not like I haven't had girls that are friends.
Right.
But like, I mean, there was this girl, Ella, who like our parents were friends, and like we were little kids and we'd play, and you know, I don't know, probably took baths together. I don't know, just all sorts of stuff, and like, so we were both at the university at the U at the same time, and we were, you know, yeah, we were just friends. I mean, like, you know,
right?
Because like we grew up together and whatever, and it's not
right.
like, I mean, I guess it's more like maybe she's more like my sister, kind of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's like I'm not gonna like, you know, I'm not attracted to my sister. You know what I mean? Like she was just, and so like I remember being like, you know, like I was interested in one of her frat sisters or something, and we talked about it and whatever, and you know. So I mean, we were friends, but
right. I remember after high school, being so like focused on trying to date somebody and trying to find a wife that I feel like I took it way too seriously, and I needed to like calm down and relax. And so I made a goal to just make friends with girls, like just have girls that are friends that I could just hang out with, and so I could feel like I can just be myself and be natural around them instead of being like all uptight and weird and, you know.
That's a good,
awkward.
Yeah, that's probably a good policy.
Yeah.
I think I mean, most probably the best relationships grow out of like friendship too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. My daughter, her boyfriend, they've been friends for 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, because
It's probably more like 7 years now. Anyway.
yeah, because I think, I mean, you know, I've had relationships like that where it's just like it's a girl like that I'm not really that interested in. That at least I think so. And then it's like one day I'm just like, oh wait, I'm like in love with this person. Well, this is weird. What the crap, you know? But like, but those are the best kind of relationships, I think,
I agree.
because it's like, because you're not like trying to force something to happen, or you know what I mean?
Well, and then both the things you're talking about, both the physical relationship and the emotional relationship, are in this relationship. So it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's true. And I think, well, and attraction. So you're attracted to people you hang out, you get to know, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, you can see somebody and you can be attracted to them and have this wild fantasy and then actually not even know who they are,
yeah,
right? And then
yeah,
maybe you get to know them and realize that they actually are somebody you really don't enjoy spending time with or you don't actually like very much or whatever.
that's infatuation.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Like
you're right.
I used to do that tons. I would just see like this cute girl and be like way attracted to her, but I didn't know anything about her.
Right.
And like, and I would build up in my head like, oh, she's like this, and I bet she's like this, and whatever. And 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 I wouldn't, but I would like be so scared to approach her that I never would. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but I'm just like building up this like idea of who she is in my head, and like, oh, she's the perfect person for me, or whatever.
And you have no idea.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're right. That's infatuation.
Yeah. But yeah, like, yeah, I think when I think we do, you do become attracted to people who you spend a lot of time with or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is why when you're married, like you need to be careful, like, you know, who you're hanging out with, you know, like what, like of the opposite sex. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna like, you know, go to lunch with this person or like go hang out with them or things like that, because then now you're starting to like, you know, you're starting to get to know them more intimately. And even if you're just like, oh, we're just friends, it's like, well, but it could become something else, you know, pretty easily.
Yeah.
So that's been my experience anyway.
Have you heard about studies they've done where people just look into each other's eyes for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or something like that?
And they determine if they're...
Well, and afterwards, they feel like these people have bonded just by staring into each other's eyes. It's like they feel like they're bonding.
Okay.
So,
I've heard of these dating things where you get a T-shirt and you wear the T-shirt to bed, and then you like put it in a plastic bag in the morning, like a Ziploc bag, and then you go to this like dating event or whatever, and everyone's done that, and you open the bag and smell like the person's shirt, and like that's who you're like, if you're like, oh yeah, I love this, like that scent, then that's the person you should like date or whatever.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. But
I've heard when people are like, oh, they're going like this, like in a room, it's like they're kind of like spreading their odor all over, like to everybody, like announcing themselves with their pheromones or whatever.
Yeah. Could be a thing. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many things that I don't need to worry about anymore.
True. At least we hope, right?
Yes.
You could find yourself in the dating pool again. You never know.
You never know.
But
maybe when I'm 102 and my wife passes away,
yeah,
I'll be like, hey, I'm back in the dating pool, baby.
Yeah. You'll be like, hey, you, wear this T-shirt tonight, and then then mail it to me, and I might go out with you.
That sounds really gross. If people are like wearing it all night long, aren't they gonna be stinky?
That's the point, though. It's like, look, I'll be honest. Like I like to smell my wife. I like her smells.
Well, good.
You know, maybe it's because I read that story and I was like, oh, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Happy
Valentine's Day a few weeks early.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody. That's it for this week. And hopefully we'll see you next week. And in the meantime, like, share, and subscribe.
Be good.
Bye.